There we go. There we go. All right. So let's go and just start with the setup carve. So I like how
Yeah,
early you
this
turn the
one.
heel edge. And this is a pretty short lift of a takeoff, so we'll definitely take that into consideration. It's not like you can be transferring and getting to your toe edge right here, right? It's a very small little jump. But with that said, I do think we're entering a wound up position too soon. See how you're fully wound up and tall, and then you're holding that position for an extended period of time. Like, look at how long you're holding this toe edge position.
Okay.
So, like, see right here, your board actually does the proper like angle. Nice, super nice angle. You'd want to be taking off like right here at the setup carve.
Oh, okay.
Because see how you get here and now your board starts turning inwards. So you do a good job holding it, but you sort of need to fight it. We want to keep that like turn radius. So see how it's like coming, turn radius, turn radius. The board's still pointed off in this direction, and then it's going to turn to straight. So now it's turning to straight right there. Right as it hits that straight, that's good. But you're holding that now for that full extra board length. So now you have to like fight to try hold it. You have to switch to a really flat base position so you don't keep spinning, and that's making it a little harder for you. Oh yeah, the back arm is way better today, hey?
Mm.
Or way better
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. It was like a new cue that I tried of like thinking about just like I don't know, it worked, but like punching through.
It worked really good, dude. That worked really good. Yeah. So good position, shoulder leading, head down, spot underneath the arm, and then as it rotates, body leading. The thing that's sort of stopping you now is see right here how your rotation is set over your heels. Your back's completely straight here.
Okay, yeah.
So we need your upper body to still be over here so it can continue pulling through. From here, you can't continue pulling through. You pull up your back arm in this position. What's it going to do? It's going to drop you towards your tail of your snowboard. See how opening your back arm from this position would be problematic?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like back arm position here, that's going to pull you into that tail, and see how your axis rotation right here. It's now pivoted over the back foot and it's really set over the heels. You're not like having your chest in and pulling your legs towards your chest and continuing the rotation. Instead, you're sort of like needing to survive this little pivot and try to readjust. Because look at how different this upper body position is compared to your landing position. See how your landing position is all the way over here?
Yeah, yeah.
So we need to make it so your spin position through the whole way is the same as the landing position, not coming to a straight in the middle, then try and pull into it. Let's go and check out this other one.
Is that like angle one of the reasons why I wasn't going for the jump, the grab, but it still felt like it was like a far away?
That yeah, but would have been impossible to grab there because your axis rotation's too set over the heels. So let's go
Okay.
backside 540, break it down in the same way. The nice thing about trying harder tricks is it's going to challenge our form, and if we have any bad habits, it's going to go and amplify them. So heel edge, heel edge, heel edge, toe edge, holding toe edge for a very long time. See how it's starting to want to like turn you inwards, and now like your hips are square, your shoulders are squared before you even start throwing. And because you're holding it so long, it's also making you lean forward a little bit. Like, look at how much more tall you are right here.
Lean forward and which. Oh, okay.
This way. So see how you're more tall here? This is actually,
Yep.
this is good. From here, it'd be better to spin. How do you feel about your hip positioning? How how do your hips feel like they are in the in run?
You mean like are they open or not?
This what do you feel with your hips?
Uh, I don't think I think about my hips too much. I
Mm-hmm.
just open them and then I don't know. I think I'm more focused on my like shoulders and arms.
Okay, so see here how your board is turning on the same angle as your hips are being opened, and your chest is on the same angle. So everything here is actually connected. Going through it. So the
Yep.
reason why this is problematic is we're not actually opening our hips here. Instead, you're just increasing your angle towards the left. And
okay.
The other thing I'm noticing here is you're a little set towards your front foot. So what I think we need to get going here is a little bit more hips open, because when we go and look at your like carve here, see how your hips are still sort of closed off? Now you stand up and they are in a little bit of an open position, but in order to hit your full extension, see how that shifts them into a closed off position? So now when you're actually in your wound up position, you're completely squared. This is when we really want to make sure our hips and upper body and everything's open in this direction, because that's going to open up our ability to like use that power and channel that range of motion. So here, you don't have much range of motion to play with on the snap. You're already a little closed off, and that's really what's throwing a lot of funk your way.
Okay. Should I be opening my hips on the heel side turn?
I think what's happening is you're trying to open your hips before you're setting a heel edge. See right here how you're trying to like get your hips into position, but you're not set in place with your edge? What we want to achieve is opening the hips independently to the board. Think about when you're doing like a carve. You want to be, once you have your edge in place, you can then start opening your torso, opening your upper body without changing your board angle. I think you're rushing this process a little bit. You're not setting that edge, then opening the hips.
Okay.
So we
Okay,
want
so a
to,
little bit more patient with that.
yeah. And then for like arm positioning, I think for general positioning as well, right now you're set over your front foot, and the reason why you're shifting over your front foot is because of how aggressive of an angle you're coming in here. That's a really large turn radius you're trying to do really fast. So you're not able to do that big of a shift towards the back foot. So you're moving to your front foot to shorten that turn radius, and that's sort of making it so your back leg's kicking out and losing that edge pressure. I don't know with this jump, but is it possible to remove this extra setup carve here?
Yeah, there it's wide open.
I'd much rather see you coming in on like this angle the whole way, right?
Oh, okay.
Like this is adding so much extra complexity to your motion.
Okay.
It's literally making
I
it
think I just had it in my
just
head of doing
harder.
like toe side, heel side, toe side.
Yeah, so find your speed, find a point, then just go straight. And you can go like toes, heels to like get you in a comfortable position, but we don't want to go big toes. You're doing like a full on S carve. S carves are a thing of the past. No one does S carves anymore because you can go and do the same thing with an hourglass carve with a lot less complexity, and that's going to keep you a lot more over your board. See how much easier that line would be in versus all the way through here.
Yeah.
It's just so much more streamlined. So I think we
It
want to
looks like it's
incorporate
more
that.
forgiving on the lip too.
Uh, yeah, I should let you get more open. Let's go and talk about the spin now, and then we'll go back and cover all of it.
Sorry for the potato quality.
No worries, no worries. We're zooming it in a lot. So your back arm isn't continuing the rotation here. So what you were doing with your back arm punching was really good, because here you're just, so you're popping sort of up like this and up and over on this axis here. We really need the backside 360s to be more like on a down axis here. Let me pull up a video of one of my backside 360s quick.
On a down axis.
Uh, yeah, so backside spins are set downwards, frontside spins are set upwards. That doesn't mean we're throwing down, but we're set towards our tail. Nice.
I might need that explained a little
Yeah,
bit
can you see
further.
this
I
video?
think it kind of makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So notice here, as I snap the spin, my arms and shoulders are rotating together downwards. So like this shoulder's lifting, but this one's going like down. And then as it pops
Oh,
through, see how it's now leveled out? So now my shoulders are level. Let me go and pull up yours to the side for comparison.
so like the front arm, the leading arm is going down on yours.
Uh, one sec. Oh, let's see if this one's a little less blurry. And yeah, this position's way closer. Okay, let's Let's try to zoom this in a little more. Okay, good thing you have a white mitts on, man. All
Yeah.
right. So see here how your rotation is being set upwards like this, where this one's being
Yeah.
set level, if not slightly downwards. Like if we go back, like see here, your shoulders driving you down like this, down and around, centered over the balls of your feet. Where this one, the
Yeah.
snap's literally going up and around. So that's coming from overextending your torso.
Okay.
Here, let me find a back five
Like
for
straightening it out instead of
it.
having the bend in the waist.
Yeah, here, check out this back five. It's obviously a big jump, but it's fine. It translates.
I wish I
And
had bigger jumps on our small hill.
yeah, that jump's a little small. It makes it tough. Not much time to transition. So notice how my throw is keeping this hinge the whole way, and I'm not actually lifting my torso up out of it. A backside five, I'm extra exaggerating this because you can get away with breaking it. But notice how my upper body isn't throwing upwards. That's the thing with a backside spin. We don't want to be like throwing our spine up and straightening it. If you straighten it, your toss is now going to be up and over the back arm. Really, really want it to be like level coming through. So even though my back arm is lifting here, because my torso is bent down, it's making it so it's just pulling to a neutral position. Where if we drew you in this situation, you'd be up here. So when your back arm came and pulled this way, you'd now be set up with your momentum this way over your shoulder.
Okay.
So that's the
Do
difference.
you
Arms here
do you
makes it so my snap is set like underneath here, where if we straightened it up, then the snap would be closer to like over top of the shoulder, just as it like snaps through. So what this hinge in the hips does is look at how early I can come in and see the spot, and then I can go and hold it and like let that rotation come around. So my rotation feels really set over the balls of my feet, and it just makes it way easier to spot. And that's going to let me come into this landing. So look at the angle of the upper body on the landing here. You're going to notice that it's exactly the same angle through the air. One sec. It's exactly the same angle through the air. And not only is it exactly the same angle through the air, it's also the same angle on the takeoff. So if I'm adding angle to my upper body, it's going to be angled downwards, not upwards. So I'm increasing it to go down to torque more, but on a backside 360, the angle is going to stay exactly the same the whole way. So angle on the upper body, see the angle, continuing the same angle the whole
Yep.
way through. And because I'm continuing the same angle the whole way through, it's continuing my momentum in that one direction. Where what you're doing is you're really letting your upper body snap up, and that's making it so your momentum's going like woo, woo, instead of just clean through.
Is that primarily happening because I'm like breaking at the waist?
Opposite, you're pushing out your hips. So like see here how much
Oh,
hinge
okay.
I have in my hips, upper body forward. Watch as I extend. The hips are maintaining that hinge, and I'm spinning through my waist. It's this hinge that lets you rotate your upper body independently to your lower body, and that's what lets you get the stagger of the throw. So see, hinge in the hips, then I go pop it up, and this is my lift. As I'm lifting, my chest is lifting, but I'm not lifting out of the hinge. Instead, it's like just trying to lift up the shoulders, try to like lifting the very top of them, but you're not actually like trying to push your hips out. Instead, it's like a bring it up, lift it, but not push it out. So I'm not pushing out my hips. Instead, I'm just like pulling my chest up. Think about like someone putting a string on the back of your jacket, and as you do the backside 360, they pull it like this, but you're like trying to keep your upper body down and angled, and they're trying to pull you like that. So it's like pulling you up like this. But it's not going
Okay.
from this way, it's not pulling you back this way, it's pulling you up straight vertically. So straight vertical pull up, it's not pulling you up here and then pulling you all the way back forward. Yeah, I'll demo this bigger. Oh, sorry, I'm on the loom thing. Oh, I don't know if you can even see me because I'm screen sharing. Oh, maybe
I
it's
can
because
see
I
you.
have the loom. Yeah. Okay,
I can
yes,
see
you
you
should
because
actually be able
I
to see me.
oh
Nice.
yeah,
I'll demo this quick. So I think your big misconception is you'll be in this position and then you'll try to jump and extend like this, right? You're coming up, down, and swooping through here, and this is putting you up and over your shoulder. What you need to do is keep your rotation through here. So what you're doing with your back arm, taking it and punching this way, that's good. You're punching through that momentum. You're no longer throwing up, instead you're punching through. And then when you want to start lifting and getting more height, we're not going and lifting like this, pushing our hips out. Instead, we're lifting like this. See how my upper body keeps the angle? The more I extend and the more I lift, the more my chest needs to be over here, keeping my chest in the same angle as I lift through. So that's where the string things. Imagine someone
okay.
with a string like right at the top of my spine. I'm dull, I'm limp, and they lift me. Lift me. If they now imagine a
Okay.
string on the wall, like over here, and they take it and they go and lift me back. We don't want that. We don't want to be throwing and being lifted back. We want to be throwing and being lifted up. Does that make sense?
Kind of like a rag doll. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, not like a ragdoll, but another way I like to think about it is through breathing. So I'm not trying to go and throw up. Instead, I'm in this position and I'm trying to breathe in.
Okay.
So I'm throwing my spin. Like that. I'm not actually coming up and tripping it up, pushing those hips forward. Instead, hips are on the same angle the whole way. I'm just rotating through it.
One of the things that I was wondering about, and it might be a little more minor,
Mm-hmm.
was like in the shoulders. Are you like rounding your shoulders? Do you have your shoulders rounded like that, or like up and like back?
Uh, so your shoulders never round. The only part of your body that you can really round when you're snowboarding is like your top spine. So like, if I'm standing completely straight like this, I can move my weight to my balls of my feet by adding a little crunch here. So that's the only rounding that's acceptable in snowboarding. We don't want to take our shoulders and round them in like this. So we're not taking our shoulders and rounding them like that. Our shoulders are square. You can literally think of like a plank of wood in here, and we're just boom, boom, our whole torso. So our arms aren't actually throwing past our body. We're not wrapping our arms around. Instead, our arms are steady. Washam, washam. As much power as you want, but just don't pull those shoulders in. So like, I'm not trying to punch someone over here, punch someone over here. Imagine it like this. Someone's here. If I want to punch them, I wouldn't go like that. That's going to throw me off. Instead,
Right.
I go whapam. You know,
Okay. Yeah,
through
yeah.
the hips, through the whole torso. That's where power comes from.
That makes
The
sense.
shoulders don't give much power. They give that little bit of extra extension. We don't want to be using that when we're spinning because now we're condensed in. Basically, when we're spinning, we want to be making ourselves bigger. We want to be making our mass wider. We don't want to be making ourselves more condensed because we want to be wide and then we condense in. So, like if we want to spin faster, we start wide and then we condense into it after the jump. So we start wide, condensed in. We're not trying to go and snap in. We're snapping wide, then bringing it in.
Okay, that makes sense. I think I had those a lot more connected before in my head.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about separating these things. So, like, let's just go over my spin from the start one time and then we'll end this call because I think we covered some good stuff. So, look at how I'm just
Okay.
straight on my heel edge. Look at how casual this angle is. And because of that, I'm able to. One sec. Oh, my hips thrashed today. Heard it playing Catan.
That's all right. Oh,
So
fun.
see how I'm staggered slightly towards my back foot, upper body hinged forward. I got weight on my heel edge, but my upper body's pulled forward, so I'm set up over my toes. Light angle on the heels, but the hips are still open. Now when I go and hold that setup carve, hips are opening, chest is opening, increasing that edge pressure, increasing that angle towards the corner. See, I don't need my board angled all the way like this way. I don't need it to be like angled over here. That's too much. Instead, it's just angled slightly over here. Now I go and hold that, hold that, hold that all the way until I get to the spoon of a jump. So here's the spoon of a jump. We can see that it's like starting to go uphill. this might be a little bit early. You could probably delay this quite a bit. You could probably delay it to here. But I'm flat base going through that point. Then I'm entering my toe edge and see how because my hips were open and I waited to like extend into them on my toe edge. Now when I stand up straight, my hips are still open, my chest is still open, and I'm angled towards this corner. Board is still slightly angled over here because the turn radius isn't too soon. So as I go and snap the spin, I can just hold the same position of a torso, slightly angled, hinge of the hips, shoulders squared, snap through it, continuing that momentum, shoulders continuing, arms staying at the same level, this whole thing stacked, no extension or anything, all the way off the lip. That's when I accelerate with my head, accelerate with pulling the back arm, and from here I pull it in for a grab or whatever I wanted to do. You can see the back arm leading, and now at this position, rotated 180, upper body's in a position. That's when you use counter rotation. And because my weight's set over the balls of my feet, it's really easy to do. Counter rotate, coming through, spotting downhill, and yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think that
Obviously, we
that
can
makes
play a
sense.
little
I think
bigger,
that
but
helped clear it up.
that's a general concept. You have to do it a little bit faster, but that's what we want. Here, I'm going to end the screen share and
Yeah,
come back to the Discord chat now.
we'll hopefully get some bigger jumps in a bit.
Yeah, yeah, but that's a good start. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions before we skedaddle?
I think that makes sense. Let me just see. I think I wrote down some things, but I think we
Yeah, I got
covered
this
it all.
recording. I'll send it to you.
Yeah. No, I think that covered all the questions I did have.
Cool, cool.
So, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Again, if there's anything that doesn't make sense, let me know. But really just focus on cleaning up that setup carve, increasing that range of motion, and then snapping things smooth. Remember, if we can get to 180 degrees with the upper body in a good spot over balls or feet, think about a frontside 180. If you do a backside 180 and have your upper body in position to counter rotate a frontside 180 around, you're set. Doesn't need more power than that.
Okay, that makes sense. If I get that setup carve a little bit more uh corrected where I'm actually more at an angle when I'm going off, will that help get me in that proper like
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
body
The
position?
main thing is your setup carve isn't helping you. You're not increasing range of motion enough, so it's making it more hard. And then you're over snapping out of your position. You're overextending out of it by pushing out your hips. So those are the two things we want to focus on fixing. And I probably
Okay.
would recommend not doing any more back fives until we get this sorted, just because with your habit of
Yeah.
overextending, it makes it so your rotation's a little over your heels, so you could risk catching your heels if you messed up.
Yep, that makes sense.
Let's just get you
I
comfortable
just
enough that you're doing the rotation over your toe edge the whole way, so that way the 540s become a million times safer to do.
yeah, that makes sense. It's I bet you I feel like once these two things get implemented, it'll just feel a little bit more smooth. Just go into it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, dude. Well,
All right.
let that go down, and yeah, keep on shredding. I'm jealous. I'm stuck in Edmonton for another 8 days, so I'm craving the shred.
Oh,
But
no.
it's good to let the body recover.
Oh no.
I've been riding hard
Yeah,
for
you gotta let it
10 days,
recover.
but we're hurting.
I got some bruise from some rails, so the body's got to recover sometime.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you do good recovery. Good luck with your next day. And yeah, we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Peace.